Hello, Lego fans, and welcome to my channel. Let's talk about Lego. Hope everyone is doing well today. My name is Andy, and thanks for taking me along. We have a new addition to the Lego city, and that is the Tudor Corner building or house. It kind of looks out of place, though, next to the school. What do you guys think? Should I put it somewhere else? Maybe, I don't know, closer to the downtown area? Or should I put it over here, like where one of these green plates are? Because there's kind of a limited space here where I could possibly put it at, but it feels like it belongs, I don't know, maybe more towards the other buildings or something. I could put it, well, I can't put it there because that's a 32 by 48, and I was going to put that other building there. But let me know in the comments, do you think it looks okay there in that corner? Or do you think it should go somewhere else? And I'm going to build the shopping street modular next, and we'll have to figure out where to place it at as well, so you can give me your opinion on that at the same time. So the other thing I need to do is I need to build a T-plate for the center of the road here, well, to go to the other platform there. So I want to try to get it as close as I can. Here, let's go over there. I want to try to get it as close as I can to basically be, that's what I have this level here for. I'm trying to get I want it to be one base plate away from the tracks here so that I can put buildings on this side just for 32 studs, and then have the road right there, and then have, 32 studs on the other side, but still have room on the other side of that to put other stuff on the platform instead of having it centered like I do on the other one. I'm using 48 plates. So that's why I have the level sitting there to try to get it as close to that as I can. But I don't know how it's going to come out because I got to build the T-plate on the 48 plate because it won't fit on the 32, I don't think. No, because it would have to be, I would have to move the road, the straight part of the road, well, I mean this part of the road going this direction, farther over to the right towards the bike lane in order for it to have enough room to put in the T plate, or the T part of the other part of the road. So I don't think a 32 plate is going to work for that. So it's going to have to be a 48 plate, and I don't know how that's going to work either. So let's figure it out right now by putting in the T plate. So let me go build that and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so we got our T plate installed there. As you can see, it's a 48 plate. But we have a couple of other problems here. In order for the T plate to be, to put the road here to end up where I want it to be, which is 32 studs out from this track right here, it has to be where it's sitting right now. As you can see, the level there is pointing right towards is where it's going to be sitting at. However, now if you look at the T plate, it's about a stud away from that plate over there, and it's about one plate and 2 or 3 studs away from this over here. So it's not going to fit exact as I want it to, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to compensate somehow. Probably build a plate here and add on, 2 or 3 studs, whatever it needs there, and then build some kind of 1 stud plate to fit in there or something. I don't know. It's going to be custom. This is definitely going to be custom to make it work, because otherwise, if I just put the T plate in where I had it at when I first put it in, which was basically over here, I had one full road plate in here, and then I had the T plate, which put it over here somewhere, which was a lot farther away from here, which meant we would have to fill in between this plate and the road plate, which I was kind of hoping to get away from because I want to have more room on the other side of the road, because there'll be buildings here, there'll be the road there, and then there'll be buildings on the other side. But since this is 50-inch platform, That's only 3 base plates, so that's only 30 inches. So that'll leave another 20 inches on the other side of the platform for 2 base plates for whatever. I don't know what's going to go there yet, but if I do it the other way, if I let space in between, then there won't be as much space over there, and it won't work out as cool. So I think I'm going to try my best to make it work this way. That way, I get the most room out of the other end of the platform. So, in other words, the road won't go in the center of this platform like it does on the other one. It'll go towards this side and leave 20 inches or 2 base plates. Well, I guess 1.5 because you got the tracks over there. But yeah, I'll leave 1.5 base plates over there if we can make this work. I don't know for sure if I'm going to be able to make this work, but I'm going to try. So we will do that right now. Let me see what I can come up with. All right, there we go, guys. Got one of the areas filled in. The plate with the 3 studs, that was right here. So I had to add in these 3 studs right here, these tiles, to complete it. And I thought, well, that's going to mess up the white lines on the road, you know, and make them look spaced out more. But it doesn't really, I mean, they are spaced out a little bit more between those two. But when you look back on them, it's really not that noticeable. So I'm not too concerned about it. And so now I just got to fill in that little gap down there, unless I can somehow push these all over and fill in that gap. But then that would drive everything, that's the reason that's sticking out, that would drive it over this way again. So I don't know if we can do that or not. I can try, but if not, I'm just going to have to build a 1 stud plate there with tiles on for roadway and fill that in. What do you guys think so far? I think it's looking pretty good. And then the T-plate here is exactly where I want it to be for the roadway to come out here, which we'll work on in a future video. And then the road goes down there in corners like it should, like we talked about before. And I got to build a railroad crossing and get that continued on as well as put a 2x4, wood 2x4 on the end of that platform. I haven't got that done yet either. So let me get this other part figured out. Let me get this 1 stud part figured out, and we'll go from there. All right, ladies and gents, we got our 1 stud fix in there. So the road plates are now complete, coming from here, this corner, all the way down to that T-plate over there. Can you tell where the 1 stud is? If not, it's right there. I wasn't able to put the white line on it because I couldn't figure out a way to do it, because I just put in their dark gray tiles. I mean, I couldn't use a white tile because it runs the opposite direction, and I couldn't really use a white plate because of the way it was constructed. But it's okay. I mean, from the distance, you're not going to notice it. There's one little spot there where there's no white line. But yeah, got her figured out, got her done. So no more problems with the roads here. And then the road comes out here exactly where I wanted it to, which is awesome. In the future, what we'll do is we'll start getting rid of all this crap on this table and start running the road out here and start figuring out which buildings and what structures are going to go against these roads here. And then see, now we have all this space over here too, beyond, you know, putting a building there, which would be 32 studs. And then we got this big base plate and a half here on this side to do with whatever we like. So that could be part of our rural or camping or forest area or something related to that, which could extend over into there too. I don't know yet. Obviously that haunted house is going to move. That building is going to move. The A-frame cabin is going to move. So we'll have more space back here than what it might look like right now. So there you go, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I still got to put my bike barriers down, but other than that, that road is complete. So what I want to do now is, remember how I told you on the other, the last video, I think it was, how I had a big parts haul that I just recently ordered? Well, that parts haul came in, and I want to briefly go over what we got. I don't have time to sort it all and and show it all to you, but we'll just get it out of the box and see what we got. Okay, so here's the box. It was modified by none other than Doodlebug. Decided he was going to scratch on the top of it while I had it in the house. So we got a little damage there on top. So that's okay though, as long as it didn't get into inside, which it wouldn't damage it anyway. It's plastic. So let's go ahead and open her up. Very little packing material because we got so many parts. Look at this. Look at all that. That's just one bag of mostly light gray stuff. And then we have this bag with some blues and some sand greens, sand blues, some yellows, some clear windows. And then last but not least, we have a bag full of mostly plates. 6x10 plates, 6x8 plates, 4x10 plates. And looks like some 1x8 plates in there as well. So yeah, quite a big parts haul. I mean, it doesn't really seem like it. It doesn't seem as big as what it should be like when you ordered it. Because I mean, because of the price. The price I told you was twice. It actually about not quite 3 times, but about 2.5 times what the Natural History Museum cost. So you can do the math on that. But just as many pieces, but 2.5 times is more expensive. So that's what really sucks about it. But there are some needed parts to complete my city, and we had to have them. So I don't know really what to think about or do about the expense. There's not really anything I can do. So you just have to live with it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this real quick. I'll sort it out and I'll show you on the next video exactly what we got like we normally do. But this will do for right now. And we will revisit minifigs again on another day. We still got about a row and 2 figures to fill that one up, and then that'll probably be all for minifigures for a little while until I get another case to put more in. But I don't know, once this one's filled, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to fill another 70 or not. Perhaps. I mean, I guess, you know, there'll always be more in the future. I just ordered Series 29 from the website, but it was back ordered, so that's not going to ship until June. But I still got Series 27 and 28 to open, and the Spider-Verse ones, and the Looney Tunes, and the Muppets, and the Simpsons, and Disney 100. So there's still quite a few to get opened up. So I just don't know how many I'm going to have in the end, but we'll get it figured out. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for taking me along. I do appreciate it as always. Next time around, like I said, we'll take more updates on the roadways onto the other platform, and we'll take a look at the parts and all that good stuff. So until then, guys, please take good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Alrighty, bye-bye.